Hi, my name is Joe Long, doing a testimonial for HTC. The reason why I joined HTC was I was interested in changing my job from bridge engineering to internet marketing. So I've been venturing out for the last 2 years on where I want to go. So I got into the marketing space and the SEO space and the paid advertising, Facebook advertising, and so forth. So that's how I ran into Dan Lok, because and then I found out he's actually a major player in the field of internet marketing. He started as a copywriter and then moved his way up, and now he's owned multiple businesses. So what motivated me to join HTC was that I knew that my skills in sales isn't very good. I mean, I know how to generate leads, but being able to do the second part for any business is to close sales. So I figured that if I could learn a sales or a closing skill for myself and my own business, and offer that as an additional service for my clients, that's a win-win. That's worth the investment. So why else would I learn a high-ticket skill, especially for the clients that I want to work with, than to I want to learn the skill from somebody that's been there, that's successful. And watching Dan's videos for so many months was almost a no-brainer for me. Now I've invested maybe 4 or 5 different programs in which it's like a video course, and it tells you the nitty, the details, and it's well written, but it doesn't give you that one-on-one interaction, and it doesn't have that interactive community. So with HTC, I want to have lifetime access, which is fantastic. I get to listen straight from the millionaire that's done it already. He doesn't even need our money, really. He's first a master of his craft, and then he is teaching the world, and he's showing the world how to do it. And I mean, that's confidence. It's almost like Bruce Lee, where first he's a martial artist, and then he's an actor, and he's a director and everything else. So in that world, in that respect, he has so much. He has the world's respect, and Dan Lok almost has his kind of way of doing that as well. Like he's made his money, he doesn't need anything else, and then he's showing the world how to do it and how it's possible for them, and the philosophies that they should incorporate for their business life and their personal life. What surprised me about HTC was how much more in depth it is. So I've also been in personal development for like the longest time, for 5 years or 6+ years, reading books, dozens and dozens of books. Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins is obviously the biggest name, but even T. Harv Eker, a little bit lesser known people like Jen Sincero, all those fantastic books and authors. And what was different about HTC was it really brought it all into focus. I'm not saying that those ones don't work for anybody, but for me, I felt like there wasn't a pinpoint, something to pick, like know exactly in one phrase or 2 phrases that just epitomizes everything that I'm learning or what should happen. And at HTC, that's where I learned it. Now, I have to admit that the first week, I wasn't too surprised about a lot of what was being taught, like such as the mindset. But in like the second half of week 2, that's when I was like, wow, okay, now this is something different. Now it's kind of blowing me away. And then because of all the practices and the activities that you have to do, you can't help but grow more, and not just mentally, but actually feel it. That was a big thing. And we have to realize that, we're all people of emotional beings. So you do have to feel where you're going to go to, and you have to feel that you're going to become a high-ticket closer. So it's really set up well where, you have to, in order to change your life, you have to change. So, and by giving us these exercises, that really helped me change a lot. And then, you know, of course, the techniques and the strategies and the skills and how to control yourself during a call. It's very, very important. And on top of that, we get a community. So I get to talk to hundreds of people with different personalities from different parts of the world, with different skill levels, from, you know, selling, you know, $50 products anywhere to 1.2 million, like venture capitalists investments. So being able to have that reach and those connections, it's invaluable. So Dan, right? I just like Dan because of how straight he is and how forward it is. And then, you know, he hates conventional wisdom, and I totally agree with that. So I try to think about the conventional wisdoms that I was embedded with me. And, you know, living for so long enough, people tell you, your parents tell you on how to think about worlds. Whereas Dan's like, you know what, it's not, you know, a lot of those are lies. Things that you've been told all your life, they're not true. And in order for you to break that, you first have to find it, and then you have to teach yourself with habits to go through that. And so that's huge. As simple as it may sound to do mentally, doing the activity, practicing it every day, reminding yourself every day that these are lies that you've told yourself ever so slightly, ever so quietly, but it's there. So, you know, in 12 months from now, I want to quit my job. I'm an engineer. I can see myself, I can't see myself actually doing engineering for too long. It's a prestigious job. Somebody needs to do it. But me and my personality, the way that I grew up, I really liked, you know, interacting with people. So I felt that, you know what, I have to chase what my natural personality is, which is to talk to people and guide them into how or what they want to do, such as or services or products. So in 12 months, I want to quit my job. I want to be doing things that I love to do, which is helping people with their goals, seeing what services and products they should invest in to better their lives, better themselves, better their families' lives, and so forth. So, you know, if you're skeptical about HTC, and, you know, it's kind of a stretch, honestly, when I think about $2,500, it's not a lot at all, for the value that I brought, especially since you get to meet with all these types of people. I doubt that you can't not be successful. If you're not successful with this program, you have a lot more digging into yourself and trying to clarify what you need to do, or what you want to do. I was skeptical at first, as many of us are. It's embedded in us. And yeah, I sat around and I've always thought about, man, who is this guy? Not another marketer, not another video thing. Now have to spend another $4,000 or $5,000, another $6,000, and then after X amount of time, I have to watch these videos in front of a computer, which I probably don't have time. But then here's another 30 hours that I'm like, okay, how do I implement it all? So yeah, I wanted this to not be another program, and the way that it's presented and the way that it's taught, it is definitely not another program. I'm skeptical by nature as well. So yeah, and if it's a big stretch, there are ways to make money. Right now, you know, you're probably thinking of what I have right now, and you know, would I have to go into debt for this? Could I pull out a credit card? There's other methods. Ask friends if you need to. Ask them. Or there's other programs or other ways to make money, such as like PayPal credit, for example, where they give you 6 months of zero interest. That's 6 months. This program is only 2 months long. If you're not confident in yourself in trying to find another career, another job in 4 months to pay off this debt, it might not be for you if you're not confident in yourself. You know, if you don't have confidence in yourself, borrow it from Dan. He knows what your potential is. We all have great potential, but it's just a matter of doing it and I actually decided to go blindly into it because I've trusted Dan for so much and his wealth of knowledge that I decided that I should just do the activities because, hope is not a strategy. I just trust Dan, and you know what? After about 250 videos that I've taken notes off of, he has been congruent, and it's been such a relief to be able to lean on him. So, if you're thinking about HTC and you don't think you have the funds, that's just your mindset. You could find the funds. It's pretty easy, and it was well worth it. I thought I knew a lot about my mindset. I thought I had it covered. That I'm ready to accept this wealth and abundance and everything, and no, I'm not. I thought I was, but no, I'm not. And after reading dozens of books, I also see those books in Dan's teachings, matter of fact. And because I see it in his teachings, he is a person of craft. He takes what's useful and he applies it into this program. I've seen maybe 5 or 6 different books that he's implemented in the program, and I'm like, wow, he's really good at it, and he's putting it together for you. You don't have to go searching around and reading those other books that probably has 80% of stuff that you will never use. He's grabbing the 10-20% that's very, very useful and implementing it, and then your life is that much faster. So join it. That's my 12 minutes right there.